What is up, Blue Jays fans, and welcome to the first ever episode of Jumpin' Jays podcast. My name is Tristan Kettrick.
And I'm Tyler Pescador. And we're two big Jays fans that just wanted to get on here and talk about the Jays. And we're here to break down all the latest Blue Jays news.
So let's get into the big bombshell right now. Trey Savage. What a move by John Schneider to put Trey Savage in the first place spot of the World Series and put him there in a big spot, especially from him coming all the way from high A ball or low A ball in April. So it's just cool to see a rookie guy get up there and start Game 1 of the World Series. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, if you had told me this back in March, Trey Savage is going to be our Game 1 starter. Not Gausman, not any of our other rotation guys. I would be so happy, and I wouldn't know what to tell you. It's like, this guy, Trey Savage, he's a rookie, 22 years old, and he's got the most confidence in the world. And it's like, I mean, he deserves it. Like, 5.1 innings, 11 strikeouts against the Yankees. Masterclass, absolute masterclass. And I think today's game is going to be a masterclass from John Schneider. He had a masterclass in Game 7. Great move by John Schneider. But I would honestly wonder, what would that conversation be like with you, Savage? Hey, you Savage, can you come in here for a sec? You're starting Game 1. You got the nod. Oh, sick. Thanks, Skip. And boom. And then, then you got, I'd assume you have Gausman going Game 2, because the reason you Savage would be starting is because Gauss pitched in relief in Game 7. So, and yeah, and then we got Savage pairing up against Snell today. Snell's been nasty, 0.86 ERA in the postseason. The Dodgers got a good rotation, but I mean the Jays just got to stick to their approach, get him out of the game, and get to the Dodgers bullpen, which hasn't been great.
Yeah, going back to what if you told me like all the guys on the Blue Jays rotation back in March, and then you told me Trey Savage was pitching, like I especially think Jose Barrios, another guy that you would have thought would be in a big contender for right now in the World Series. It's a huge move for John Schneider, and especially making the World Series too. Like if you would have told me back in April, you said, okay, well the Jays, here's the deal: if the Jays make it to the World Series, they aren't winning. I would have definitely taken that over any other thing. Now, am I saying, do I not want the Jays to win? No. I hope the Jays go 4-0. But if you were to told me that back in March when they had all these guys on the roster and didn't even know if they were going to be playing Barger or Schneider or all those guys, I would have said, holy cow, what happened and how did they win these games? And yeah, it's really been up to Bo Bichette. So Bo Bichette's been a huge guy for the Blue Jays lineup, and not having him in the first two series versus the Yankees and the Mariners has been taking a big toll on the Blue Jays. Not very as much as like the offensively, but kind of defensively too. Like if they had Bo Bichette in the lineup, the guy that's batting .314 and just hitting balls everywhere, it would have been probably a different outcome for the Blue Jays maybe. And I think having Bo Bichette back in the lineup, as I did see, it's 5:30 right now, as at the time you're filming this, and as I did see, Bo Bichette is the second baseman for tonight. So, be interested to see how he plays tonight and how he does for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, to touch on Bo Bichette, he's gonna be a big contributor. Like he skipped out on the last 20 regular season games, so that gives him about 142 games approximately he played probably, and he almost had 100 RBIs. I mean, Vladdy's really stepped up, but to have protection behind Vladdy, just to have that guy that like, oh, I can just pitch around Vladdy, get to Kirk and get an out there. But to have Bo coming up, you walk Vladdy, then you got to deal with Bo. It's going to be good. And another note on you, Savage. We're going to have to, and even just the Jays pitching staff in general, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to get Ohtani out 3 times a game. And Tristan, do you think how many bases on balls do you think they're going to issue Ohtani intentionally?
Good question. I think a lot. Like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna guess without if they're going to Game 7, I wouldn't be surprised that they walk him a good dozen times. Let's just say that. Especially if you're going into Game 7, pitching Savage or Gausman, depending on how their outcomes happen or how they do tonight and tomorrow. It's gonna really be up to that. To see who they want to bring in and who they want to pitch and see how they can sequence different outs.
Yeah. Well, I think the Savage pitching to Ohtani should be good for us. I mean, we got a lot of pitchers in the staff that throw splitters, which Ohtani has had trouble with. Like, he's got such a nice flat swing so that so high fastballs up in the zone he can get to, and actually he can get to and crank them over the fence. But when you drop a splitter down out of the zone, and when he chases, most likely he's either barely touching the ball or swinging and missing at it. So I think that splitter is going to play a big component for our Jays pitching staff to get Ohtani out. But even the slider from Savage, I like that pitch too. If he can locate like he did against the Yankees, I think he's gonna have a good game, and that's really all we need. If he could go 6 solid innings, hand it off to the bullpen. I know the Benz hasn't been great, but I mean, ideally we hand it off to the bullpen, and in the 7th inning, Savage gives us 6 good, no scoreless. Offense puts him up, or gets Blake Snell out of the game. I think a success for this Toronto Blue Jays offense would be knocking Blake Snell out of this game by the 5th inning. Like, having him throw 110 pitches out of the game, get to the pen, because the Dodgers pen hasn't been great. It's been worse than the Jays pen, which is surprising. But the only thing they have better than the Jays pen is the ERA. But their walks per K rate is worse. They're like pretty much every other stat is worse than the Jays pen.
Yeah, I agree with that. And going onto like the rotation of the Blue Jays and going specifically on Max Scherzer, as me and Tyler have seen in person, we do see that once Max Scherzer is in the zone, he's in the zone, and he can really accomplish a lot of things. Now, he is a veteran in the MLB right now. He's pretty old, coming on maybe his last season, depending on what he wants to do. And I really just think Max Scherzer, when he's in the zone, he can accomplish anything. Maybe not 7 scoreless innings, but he can maybe accomplish 3. If he wants to accomplish 4, he can accomplish 4.
Well, I don't know about that. You get psycho Max Scherzer. He's going out there and he's giving you as much as he can.
Yeah, as much as he can, as he can, and as he wants to.
He's giving everything in the tank for your team. As you saw, he just yelled at John Schneider, "I'm staying in this game. Let's go. Let's go." Like, he's given it all for the Jays. And I think if Scherzer goes out there, psycho Scherzer can go out there, he could turn the clock back, become Scherzer for the Detroit Tigers. Give us 6 scoreless with like a bunch of strikeouts. I think that would literally be a possibility we see from Scherzer. And yeah, I think John Schneider's got to start him game 4. And yeah, I mean, that's what we should. I think Scherzer could turn back the clock. I mean, obviously he's 41, but I think it's definitely a possibility he could do.
Yeah, I agree. And going on to the Dodgers lineup, and not even just Shohei Ohtani, having Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, all those guys in their lineup, it's gonna be a really fun and exciting series, but also a very, very competitive one and very stressful games. Just because like it could go anywhere. Like, let's just say it's a 0-0 ball game in the 4th inning, and you have 2 guys on base with George Springer up to bat, or Vladdy up to bat, or Bo Bichette up to bat. And then they're able to loop in a single, and it makes it 1-0. And then same goes for the Dodgers. You have Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. You have 2 guys on base, your 9-hole hitter, your 8-hole hitter, and then you have Shohei Ohtani coming up, and then they just hit a loop single. Like, it's gonna be a very eventful game, but it's also gonna be a very stressful, and it's gonna be a game like I've never seen before.
Yeah. I think it's I wanted to put a point out there. We just got the news. Bo Bichette is going to be playing second base for the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 1 of the World Series. Tristan, how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, we already touched up on that a bit earlier, but it's a pretty big it's pretty big. Like Bo Bichette playing second base. We haven't seen him play second base at all this season. I have a feeling he's able to do it. It's just going to be him coming back in, and the Jays. What the Jays really want him for is not only the defense, but it's more the offensive part of Bo Bichette, the 314 average guy that they want and they need. So having not only Bo Bichette's batting and hitting back in the lineup and his loop singles and his doubles back in the lineup that will totally help the Blue Jays. So I think John Schneider's move to put Bo Bichette at second and Jimenez at third. Do I think you could flip those around? Yes. But also, do I know what Bo Bichette's feeling? No. So is that any of my business? No. So I think Bo Bichette playing second base, if he thinks that he can do it, he can do it. Hopefully he performs, and hopefully he's able to show what he's made of at second, and see what he has for the future of the Blue Jays, and see what he wants to accomplish within the next couple of years. Hopefully, if the Jays sign him.
Yeah. Well, one thing I think is going unheard of right now is Ernie Dan Clement. He's getting us singles, getting doubles, getting on base, getting the lineup turned over. Like, Ernie Clement is hitting at his best right now. He is going unheard of. No one is talking about him. But right now, he is a huge contributor to this team. He is the heart and soul of the bottom of the order. He's been getting on. He's been walking a bit. He gets doubles, hits him in the gap. And another guy, Addison Barger, started off the ALCS 0-4 in the first 2 games. What does he do? Turn it around, start getting hits a homer. And it's like, this Jays offense just can't be shut down when that's happening. When that's the case, this Jays offense cannot be shut down.
Yeah. So just looking at the lineup, interpreting it a little bit more. Clement is batting 7th hole today, with Straw and Jimenez batting behind him. And then obviously you have Springer DHing, batting first, Schneider playing left field, batting second, Vladdy batting third, Bichette batting fourth. Now, do I think move Bichette up and Schneider down? No. I think Bo Bichette's first game, you don't want him to be in the sense that you don't want him to just go right back in and just say, hey, I wanna go and I just want to hit it. He's not in that part yet. It's a World Series game. They've been doing the job, and to bring Bo Bichette back in, you don't want him to be hitting second. Does Schneider know what's going on? Yes, he's been with the Blue Jays offense. Has Bo? Yes, he's been there, but he has not been playing. So my point by saying that is Bo tomorrow having one game, sure, put him second, but it's just he's coming right back in, and I think Bo's perfect in the 4th spot considering he's been off for a good month now. And then another thing to touch up on is Straw playing right field. I think that's also another pretty big thing. And then you have Barger playing only infield. So they put Barger on the infield roster and they took him out of the outfield. Now, do I think that's okay? Yes, I think that's totally fine. Has Barger played third? Yes, he's played third and he plays right field. But I'm just curious on why you put Barger in the infield, put Bo in the infield, put Jimenez in the infield, and then put Ernie in the infield, because you want to be playing Barger. Barger's really, really good offensively now and defensively. He can make really good plays. So is it worth having him out of the lineup? No, I don't think so. I think putting Straw over Barger, that's pretty big.
Well, Tristan, when you classify one of your infielders as an infielder on your World Series roster, it doesn't mean you can't play him in the outfield. Barger isn't playing today because it's Blake Snell, the lefty, starting on the mound, and they're gonna have Straw, the righty, go out and hit. He's gonna be in play on the bench, obviously. And when it gets to Miles Straw and a righty comes in the game, I'm sure they'd go to Barger in the 7th inning, let him get an at bat, and it's all matchups here. Schneider's been platooning this team extremely well all year. And you know what? Straw's earned his right to hit against lefties. Barger's earned his right to hit against righties. And I would keep Barger in there against a lefty, but when the lefty's Blake Snell and you got to try and get anything going you can, I agree with the Schneider move of taking Barger out of the lineup. I mean, you need your best guys to go out there. And to touch up on Bo batting cleanup, I think Game 1 through Game 7, Bo bats cleanup. He's hit almost 100 RBIs last year, and he's just been a driving and run machine. You just got to keep him in cleanup for the whole series and hope Vladdy can get on and he drives him in. And another reason there is, I've already probably said this, but he is protection for Vladdy, so they can't just intentionally walk him. So you got, yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually true too. And it's like it's to be honest, it's wherever the guys want to play. Now, can Straw just say he wants to go bat first? Obviously not. But my point is that like it's where they feel comfortable, and you want the guys to feel comfortable. But it's also the Blue Jays, and it's also the World Series. So I think Bo doing what he wants to do is what you want at this time right now. And then just going into the Blue Jays bullpen too, like you have Sir Anthony Dominguez, you have Jeff Hoffman, you have all these guys. Hoffman actually hasn't been doing too bad, to be honest.
Hoffman's been doing really good.
Yeah, he hasn't like it's to be honest, he hasn't been doing bad at all.
He's been lights out.
He has been lights out. He's right where you actually want to.
This is postseason Jeff Masterclass 101 for you all.
Yeah, and then you have Sir Anthony Dominguez behind him. Sir Anthony, he's still pretty good. Like to say on September 29th that Jeff Hoffman was going to be the main guy and Sir Anthony Dominguez, would I believe you? Not really, to be honest with you. I would think that they would have Flew. I think that they would have maybe Hoffman. Maybe, but I don't think they would be going like, hey, Hoffman, you come out here. Like, it's a little bit more of that now. Like, hey, Hoffman, you've kind of earned the right to come back out here and pitch, which he has, and he's been doing really, really good. So
yeah. Well,
I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, well, Hoffman's got all the confidence in the world right now. He's punched out 6 and two closing opportunities. Like, it's been awesome to watch this guy just go out there and punch batter after batter out, and it's been awesome. He goes out there in Game 6, closes out a game, and pitches 2 innings, and he says to his manager, I'm good, send me right back out there for Game 7. Comes back out, strikes out the side, ends the game, and the Jays take it are gone to the Fall Classic. Like, I think these moves have just been awesome by John Schneider. And when people will say Sir Anthony, it's like, he's on and off. He's I wouldn't say he gets hit too hard. Like, he gave up the home run to Eugenio Suarez, but I think Sir is either he walks batters. He's either walking and then or he's nasty and striking out and getting outs. So, but like even when they pulled Little from that, that's 3 batters, okay? So then the first batter Sir Anthony faces, he hits him, right? So let's just say Sir Anthony struck out that guy. Then we're in a different position. Suarez comes up, runners on first and second, 1 out, and I think Dominguez has got a little more confidence there. I think it's just its command. It's like he can either be really nasty or be all over. And hopefully we can see the really nasty Sir Anthony Dominguez. And I also wanted to talk about Louis Varland, who he's been throwing hard. He honestly, it feels like he's been locating, but he got unlucky with that home run he gave up to Judge. Like, that thing was 6 inches off the plate inside, and Judge just pulls his hands in and cranks it off the foul pole. Like, what other hitters in baseball can do that? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't even think Shohei Ohtani could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, all the greatness in the world to Shohei Ohtani. Like, he's a two-way player. Great. We probably see him pitch this series, but Judge is just a beast at the plate, and he's on a whole different level than every other hitter.
Yeah, and then the team, it's gonna be a fun one. And then to go on to what John Schneider said yesterday about Shohei Ohtani coming back to Toronto. He got asked, what do you think about Shohei Ohtani coming back to Toronto, and how do you guys feel the connection after you guys interviewed him, and how do you guys feel about missing out on him, and how did you guys feel about that? And he said, I hope Shohei Ohtani brought back the hat we gave for him when he came to interview. And I thought, holy, that's a ballsy move by John Schneider to say that. Blue Jays coming back to the World Series after 32 years is insane for John Schneider to just come out there and say, hey, Shohei Ohtani, you're the best player in the world. It's kind of ballsy in my case. I think he could have maybe worded it a bit differently, but I think if John Schneider wants to go out there and play competitively, I say hell yeah, and go out there and just ride and just pitch your best guys and take it to Game 7, to be honest with you, and I just want to see I just want to see the club win, to be honest with you. I don't care if you bring in Jeff Hoffman and he blows it for one game. I just need to see that the club succeeding with their guys. That's all I care about.
Yeah, it's ride or die with this team now. We're 7 games away, 7 games left in the season. We could play 7, we could play 4, we could play 5, we could play 6. If the team loses, you better hope it's with the best guys. And that's just what you want to see. We want to see them win with their best guys, and if they happen to lose, which is a possibility, they need to lose with their best guys, which I'm sure Schneider knows and will do. Like, I'm pretty happy with the lineup today.
I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah, it's pretty much backs against the wall for this team. So they're the heavy underdogs, and they're just gonna have to play their game of baseball and show everyone who they are.
Yeah, me and Tyler, just to touch up on really our kind of background and what we do. We just we enjoy just making these podcasts, and we go to a pretty good amount of games. I wanted to say we've gone to 10, maybe. Yeah, 10 I would say. And we've met a good amount of players. Ernie Clement, Miles Straw. We've met the Mark Shapiro, Anthony Santander, all those guys. We enjoy doing that. So
Springer.
So we will be posting a lot in the off season, and just like every update and what the Blue Jays how the Blue Jays should move forward. And I think where the Blue Jays are at right now is exactly where they need to be. And yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? How do you think the Dodgers will manage their rotation this series throughout the series?
I think the Dodgers, they'll, as you can see, I forget the guy's name, but they've lost a pitcher because he's gone on leave because his wife and him are dealing with some personal issues. I'm just gonna search up what his name is right now. I'm not 100% sure what his name is, and I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but like them losing that pitcher, I have seen a lot of highlights about him. Dodgers pitchers on stress.
Yeah. Well, I think the Dodgers they gotta structure their rotation as I think Dave Roberts will go out there and he'll have Snell game 1, Yamamoto game 2, Ohtani game 3, Glasnow game 4, and then he has so many options at this point. He might pitch Snell. He'd probably just pitch Snell again because he's got a travel day rest day, so that would be regular rest for Snell there. So yeah, that's what they should do with their roster. And one also thing I want to point out is these World Series tickets, man, they're going for so much money. We're gonna have a business crowd in the seats I don't know. Hopefully they cheer for the Jays, but it's gonna be like, we got a bunch of people making millions of dollars a year and might not care about the Jays as much as some diehard Jays fans.
Exactly. Like it's like I want to say me and Tyler, we could be the biggest Jays fans at our school, and it's like all these like guys that have a lot of money. They're just coming in. They're able to just buy those tickets, and it's not the true Jays fans that actually enjoy watching them and enjoy actually cheering for them and doing all about baseball. Me and Tyler do play baseball, so we just like baseball as itself. And to touch up on the pitcher, his name's Alec Vesia, and that's like
Alec Vesia.
Alec Vesia, and he went on stress leave for the Dodgers. So I'm curious on.
Well, that's a power
Yeah,
lefty for the Dodgers.
Exactly. So it's like it's a pretty. It's not a good loss. I don't want to say that because I really hope for his family's health, but it's interesting that happens really close to in this World Series game, and I'm hoping the best for him, but I'm also looking forward to what has happened and if he's going to be coming back.
Yeah, well, obviously we hope the best for him. But if you can think back to a 3-game series against the Dodgers, that was the pitcher that Vladdy homered off, Barger homered off, and Ernie Clement homered off. Or no, not Barger. Vladdy and Ernie homered off. So yeah, I mean, he's good. He was the closer for a bit. Now it's obviously Sasaki. He's really good, but he was their closer for a point period around that time. I mean, the Dodgers, their record doesn't really mean anything. In my opinion, their record actually doesn't mean anything. Like, everyone can go around saying, yeah, the Jays, they have home field advantage on the Dodgers. Like, they had a better record. The record doesn't mean anything for the Dodgers. The Dodgers had injuries all year. They definitely were not playing their best baseball. But now they got a fully healthy pitching staff. I mean, their pen hasn't been great in the postseason. Their offense wasn't even too great in the Brewers series. They won that NLDS or NLCS series because of their pitching. They held the Brewers, like, the Brewers' bats were significantly bad. I mean, yes, part of that has to do with the pitching of the Dodgers, but Yelich had one hit in that whole series. It's like, the Jays have, like, the best offense this postseason so far, and the Dodgers have the best pitching this postseason so far. So it's going to be two powerhouses going at it. And people that want to say, well, I mean, it's not surprising. The Jays have the 5th highest payroll in baseball. Well, the Dodgers have the 1st highest payroll in baseball, and it's by a lot. They have paid a lot more money than the Jays. I mean, at this point, it doesn't even matter about the money. It's about how the Jays are going to go out there and get it done, bring it back to Toronto, and yeah.
They're facing a really good team at the end of the day. If you said Shohei Ohtani is getting paid a cent and all these guys are getting paid a cent, it honestly does not matter at this point in time. It's about how you go out there and how you play the team. So it's we'll give you guys a preview and talk about it tomorrow. Maybe another little short coming out tonight on just our updates after the game on how we think the Jays did, and how we think they can go in tomorrow. And you guys should be expecting a Game 2 preview coming out tomorrow around 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's pretty much it. We have to talk about the Jays. And going into the World Series, the Jays, the Dodgers definitely have the upper hand. They're the favorites to win. The Jays are heavy underdogs. Yeah, I mean, the Jays, they just need to go out there, play their game, and get it done.
Yep, I agree. We'll see you guys tonight. Go Dudes, go.
Yeah.